பாரு வால்யூம் இது என்ன எப்படி இருக்கு? Mute. இது என்ன? ம்?
Om Sri Sai Ram. Let's start our study circle for today with 3 Oms. I will say it online. Please do your Om as well. I would recommend not to unmute because then it will just delay the entire process. Om. 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 Let's start with a prayer. Dear Swami, we are so grateful to be able to meet here together in your presence today.
Okay.
While we are here together studying your word in your Bhagavatha, we ask that you open our ears and hearts to whatever it is you want us to learn. Please speak through each one of us and help us
This paint
progress
is not
in
closed.
our spiritual journey.
This paint is open.
Sai Ram, I would like
Paint is
everyone
open
to
here.
go on mute.
Paint.
So it must be sealed.
See if I can mute folks here.
Trey.
Okay, I can't now go back and see the... All right, just wanted to give a brief etiquette because we are meeting online today, and this is a new thing for all of us. So with that, I would just remind everyone to unmute when you wish to share. You can obviously use the chat as well. And if one of you could actually monitor the chat, because I won't be able to see the chat when I'm sharing my screen here. So please, just let me know who can monitor it. Sankaranji, I'm just going to go ahead and volunteer you. I don't know if, I don't see Venkatji online, but hopefully he has also joined in. Anyway, just want to remind everyone, just unmute when you want to share. Use the chat if needed. Let's be respectful as always. Ask relevant questions, add relevant points. Keep your environment quiet because otherwise we always hear a background sound. So I recommend just being on mute and unmuting whenever you can, if that's possible. And then, of course, speak from your heart, listen with humility, and let's be fully present during the discussion. And I say this with real emphasis on this because we're obviously not in person. So there's a lot of things that distract us in our own homes. And this is our first time we are actually trying to have a study circle. Apart from the COVID times that we were all used to, that was a different time and a different game. So, so with that, if anyone has anything to add, we can please feel free. I also would like to actually make sure that everyone can hear each other. So it's okay to unmute and kind of at least say Sai Ram, and then we can get started today.
Sai Ram.
Okay. Oh, Sai Ram Venkatji. Okay, you are on.
Yeah, I'm there. It just shows up as Satisai Center of Andron Roads.
Okay.
That's the reason. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sai Ram Bhavani.
Sai Ram.
Sai Prashant says he will monitor. Sai Prashant.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
And then it is only audio participation, no video.
Yeah, please don't turn on your videos because we don't want any lag. It delays our sound, and that will actually mess with our live channel that we already are going live with this as well. So thank you, Uma. Yes. No.
Sai Ram Bhavani.
Sai Ram.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we can, thank you. I'm glad everyone was able to join today. So with that, let's just take a minute today because it is It is Aradhana Day, and today is the day that I think we should all take a moment to be grateful for everything that Swami has given us, the opportunities and abundance that he has provided through all mediums, be it with technology, be it with our own sadhana that we have been able to do, and the growth that this has brought into the discussion itself through his teachings. So again, I'm truly grateful to Swami and to each one of you for helping me grow every day, and I think helping us grow as a community as well. So with that, we can get started. Does anyone have anything to add?
Sairam, I was we were discussing about Guru last session, and I was fortunate to listen to a Samarpan talk by one Dr. Devanathan, and it's there in YouTube. Anybody can watch, but in that one, the person who introduced him, he talked about a beautiful thing about Guru. So I thought I can share that. He connected Buddha's, see, we usually say Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, and Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. So he said that he was intrigued as to why there is a specific order and what it means. So what he said he found was Buddham Sharanam Gacchami is the first one where there is a connection straight with the Buddham, that is the Atman. If people are blessed, so for example, people who are very close to Swami, who had direct guidance from Swami, that is one level. If we can't reach that, the next is the Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, which he says is messages, which is in these days, it's in the forms of books or videos or Samarpan talks or whatever, discourses. And even if that is not there, then the next is Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, which is basically satsang and the whatever study circle that we are doing. All these will act as gurus in this thing. So that I thought that was very relevant to what we discussed last time. I thought I'll share that.
I think it's truly it's a great culmination to everything that we discussed. Of course, we are still going to be discussing Guru today as well. Just wanted to kind of review what we did last session. We had a very energetic session. We talked about recognizing spirituality in elevated individuals, talked about why Sage Sukha was picked, because this chapter 27 is Enter Sage Sukha, even though he has not started telling the story as per se, but he did walk into the kingdom and have his interaction with Parikshit. Then we moved on to what are the qualities of a guru. We have listed various qualities of a real guru that one should be aware of. And then we discussed on the discourse that Swami gave on who is a real guru and why do we need a guru, and what can he show us? Can someone go on mute, or can someone also monitor the participant, please, and mute and unmute? I think I gave everyone the right to mute and unmute others.
Sairam, Bhavani, I'm not able to mute. I tried muting.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh,
Bhavani, Saujanya and Raji are still unmuted. Saujanya muted now. Raji's phone. Okay, they are all muted now.
Yeah. Okay. I have to still. Sorry about that. This is. We are just doing this for the first time, so again, we have to go back and get into the cadence of doing this. Anyway, yeah, so we discussed the discourse on Guru and Swami's messages. Eventually, we just did come back to his message being so simple and easy to connect. We talked about his connection heart to heart and love to love. And of course, his simple message of love all, serve all, and help ever, hurt never, that are easier examples for everyone to see the oneness and unity in all. So with that, I just wanted to take a few minutes today to watch a little video on Swami's Mahasamadhi and the message that this brings with inner significance. So if you can all go on mute, we should hear it. If you don't hear it, please let me know. But I think it should work. So, and I'm also going to kind of speed this up a little bit because it's really slow when it is being played. So with that.
Amy's not at work. She's on Get Your Guide, planning experiences for her Mexico trip.
Sai Ram. Every year on the 24th of April, we celebrate the Shri Satya Sai Aradhana Mahotsava. Now the first word and the last word of that phrase, both are so ironical. The first word is celebrate, and the last word is Mahotsavam. Maha meaning great and Utsavam meaning festival. Considering the fact that the 24th of April is the day when Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, our dear Swami, chose to leave his physical frame, chose to take Mahasamadhi, chose to live into the eternity, different ways of saying that beloved form draped in orange, with that bushy crown of hair, with the most beautiful smile, with the most sparkling eyes that can ever grace this earth, would no longer be seen by the normal human eyes. How then can such a day be celebrated? How then can such a day be a great festival, a Mahotsava?
More options means even more affordable ideas for your bathroom from Floor & Decor.
The Shri Satya Sai Aradhana Mahotsavam has taught me possibly some of the greatest lessons of my life, which will help me progress towards my sole and ultimate goal in life, which is Swami himself. For starters, the Shri Satya Sai Aradhana Mahotsavam changed my understanding, perspective and definition of prayer. I used to think that prayers are always answered by God. If they are not answered, it's possibly because the faith wasn't strong enough, the love wasn't there, the feeling wasn't there, the devotion wasn't there, or some lack on the part of the one who is praying. But as I said, the Aradhana Mahotsavam changed that view, because I don't think that any other time in history possibly so many people had prayed so intensely, had observed different spiritual rituals, fasts and different commitments, praying for the recovery of the physical frame of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. The whole world had prayed with all its heart. God is said to have a heart of butter. The prayers generated enough warmth and heat to possibly melt stone. And yet, Swami chose to leave. And that changed my perspective of prayer. I will not go into that now because that will be deviating possibly. That has been elaborately dealt with at this link above. But yes, the Aradhana Mahotsavam is a turning point, and it should be a turning point. And today I can tell you that it is indeed a celebration, and it is indeed a Mahotsavam, a grand festival. How, you may wonder? That was what I was wondering on the 24th of April 2012, the first year anniversary of that dreadful day. And Swami taught that to me in a manner that I shall never forget. When Swami left his physical frame, I was working at the erstwhile Radio Sai Global Harmony. And ever since that day, I lost all my interest and motivation to go to the mandir. Every time I would go to the mandir, tears would stream down my eyes and a pain would ache my heart. I could not imagine Sai Kulwant Hall without the physical frame of Bhagwan. And so I decided that I would spend all my time having darshan on my system, seeing Swami's videos, looking at his beautiful images, contemplating on his glories, reading, writing and speaking his stories. But on the 24th of April 2012, I knew I had to go to the mandir to fulfill my duty, and I knew it would be very, very difficult. That morning I woke up early, got ready. By 7 a.m. I had to be in the mandir, and I knew it would be a long session, 2 to 3 hours possibly, and therefore I wanted to have breakfast. As I served some delicious semia that my mother had cooked, she asked me, "Arvind, did you keep it for Swami?"
Between Molly leaving and Mom's osteoporosis, I thought life was gonna slow down. Boy, was I wrong.
You see, dear brothers and sisters, my mother had prayed to Swami for an opportunity to cook food for him. How that happened and how Swami fulfilled that desire of hers is a beautiful story, and it also began on this day. That story you can watch separately at this link above after this video. But at this point in time, what she had done was, every day whatever she would cook, she would place it before Swami for Swami to partake. And so she said, "Before you eat, please serve it to Swami." So I took the special silver bowl that had been kept aside for Swami, served some semia in that. And then as I was going to keep his glass of water, I thought it is so hot. Puttaparthi is very hot in the summer in April, and I filled some cool water and I said, "Swami, here's some cool water." "Swami, are you really enjoying this food that we keep for you daily? Are you enjoying this water today I've kept specially?" I remembered the many experiences of many devotees. One that comes to my mind immediately is that of Dr. Yatish Merchant. They used to keep food for Swami in the altar, and they are in the United States of America. And when Swami gave them an interview, Swami told them, "Hey, I don't like that pizza. Don't keep pizza for me." That was Swami's way of showing that he is there and he is aware of whatever they're doing. But nevertheless, they stopped keeping pizza for Swami, but they love pizza, right? So whenever they have pizza, they will cook something else, especially for Swami. So Swami has always complained in different ways. The milk is not tasty this way, I don't like pizza. So I was telling Swami, you always complain. But when food is up to your taste and you like it, anytime have you said that food is good? We are doing all this for you. Anyway, I said that to him. And all of this was coming from a place of agony and anguish that, "Swami, now there is no way for you to tell that I like it. That twinkle in the eye, we'll never be able to see it." Quickly, I had breakfast, and my wife, at that time, we had not yet got kids. So my wife, my parents, 4 of us, we went to the mandir. And in the mandir, the chief guest for the day was the governor of the state of Andhra Pradesh, Shri E.S.L. Narasimhan. And it was amazing, when he came to speak, he discarded that prepared speech. And he said, "On this day when I stand here, I'm inspired not to read what I have prepared, because I realize I'm not here as the governor of the state. I'm here as an admirer of Baba." And he poured out his love for Swami. He said that Swami purifies and sanctifies anything that comes in touch with him, including the vices: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, desire, anger, greed, lust, pride, envy. He said Swami has made devotees develop Kama or desire for service. He said he has made them develop Krodha or anger if they are not able to serve. He has made them greedy or given them Lobha to serve more. And he makes them get Matsarya or envy and jealousy in case they look at somebody who is serving more and they are not able to serve. So he said that even the vices have got sanctified. That is the glory of this master. And I realized how even an apparent non-devotee is so much touched by Swami. And throughout the program, as the students sang songs of love for Swami, as the visuals of Swami went on the screen, I was continuously shedding tears, and I felt, "Swami, this is definitely not a Mahotsava. It is not a great festival. It is a great tragedy. It is a day of mourning. Whom are we fooling? Why are we thinking, imagining and hoping against hope that it's a festival? No, no, no. Swami, prove to me it's a festival if it's a festival. Otherwise, it's a day of mourning for me." That is what I thought. And at the end of that program, even listening to Swami's discourse, just listening to those beautiful words, they brought in so much of emotion in the heart of everybody. Everybody who had gathered, everyone's hearts were crying. At the end of the program, we wended our way back home, and I was quite tired, having done videography throughout 3 hours. Others were also tired, and my mother went to her room to change her dress. My wife Pooja went to our room to change her dress, while I just lay flat on the sofa, tired and catching a breath. "Arvind! Pooja!" Suddenly I heard that scream. My mother, I thought she had fallen. Definitely she had fallen. So I rushed to the room. She had not fallen, but she had frozen in her place. Standing there, she was pointing to the photograph of Swami on her cupboard, and she said, "Look there."
Turn thinking about your bathroom into loving it with Floor & Decor.
Amy's not at work. She's on Get Your Guide, planning for her next trip.
And there, on that laminated photograph of Swami, Vibhuti had formed on his hair like a halo around his face. And I was really wonderstruck. Wow, what is this? Amazing. And my mother was so excited, she went to the other room to tell my wife about it. And as she went there, again, she went in such a hurry, I wanted to tell her to relax a bit. I know it is amazing, it's fantastic, but take care, you are an elderly lady. And there she again shouts, Arvind! And I thought, oh God, this time 100% she has fallen. But when I go there, I see not one but two frozen figures, both my mother and Pooja, because from a framed photograph there, profuse vibhuti has come. And now I called my dad and he also came, witnessed this, and we were all feeling so beautiful, so wonderful. We could feel Swami's presence at our very home, in our very bedrooms. What a feeling it was. I went to the altar and suddenly, the surge of positivity in my heart. I looked down and now I screamed as if I had fallen, as if I had got an electric shock, because indeed it was an electrifying moment when I saw that in the semia or vermicelli breakfast that had been kept, right? There was vibhuti all over it. It was as if vibhuti had been served as a side dish for that vermicelli. And my God, I felt Swami was answering me my question that, Swami, when it is tasty, do you respond in any way? I felt this was the best way for Swami to show that it is tasty and I'm enjoying that vermicelli. We all had that as prasad on the Aradhana Mahotsavam day. And I realized that that year, 2012, the 24th of April, also happened to be Akshaya Tritiya. It is a festival that is celebrated because that is the day when the Akshaya Patra, or the vessel that produces food infinitely, was gifted to the Pandavas. And it is believed on this day, whatever comes home, we will have it infinitely in our lives. And that is why people in India purchase gold on Akshaya Tritiya day, because they feel we will be blessed with an abundance of wealth. Swami had blessed us with something else on this Akshaya Tritiya. He had blessed us with an abundance of vibhuti, with an abundance of peace, joy, hope, and celebration. And I realized that that was Swami's way of indicating from now on you'll have infinite vibhuti, infinite grace, infinite blessings, infinite joy. And then I realized why the Aradhana day is a Mahotsavam, it's a great festival. Because this is the day when Swami decided that he would move from the Yajur Mandiram, that is his residence, to the Hridaya Mandiram, the temple of the heart, which is his only permanent resting place.
Between Molly leaving and Mom's osteoporosis, I thought life was gonna slow down. Boy, was I wrong. If you have
the Lord is the Hridaya Nivasi. And then I recollected so many discourses where Swami would say that don't forget that he is the Hridaya Vihari, the Hridaya Nivasi. Make your hearts my Prashanti Nilayam and I will stay there forever. We celebrate the day of Aradhana because we celebrate Swami's moving into our heart. We make it a Mahotsavam because this is the day when Swami moved from Yajur Mandir to the Hridaya Mandir. Dear brothers and sisters, the word Aradhana has two meanings. The first meaning is, of course, remembrance. The second meaning is worship. This is the day of worshipful remembrance and a worship which is focused on remembering Swami. May we remember this important message of Aradhana Mahotsavam. In fact, after that day, for almost 2 years, there was copious amounts of vibhuti appearing at different points in time from different photographs of Swami. Oh, those miracles I have recorded separately in other videos. But then I realized that Swami is always a call away. Swami is always very close. As Swami would say, Nenu ni intane, jantane, kantane, ventane untanu. I am in you, around you, above you, below you. He is always with us. He is us. Dear Swami, on this Aradhana day, as we celebrate the Aradhana Mahotsavam, let us realize your presence in our hearts. And may the love that we have for you keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. All right, this was a little snippet from our brother Arvind, who talked about Aradhana, and I hope everyone can hear me okay. We will move on with our study circle today, but if there is anything anyone wants to add, this would be a great time. Okay, let's move on. So we are on chapter 27 of Bhagavata Vahini, and we are discussing the importance of Guru, and we discussed a discourse of Swami on Guru. I would like to actually go in with another discourse that Swami has talked about a guru. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Today is described as Guru Purnima Day. This is not quite correct. The day got its name because of some gurus who wanted to have an occasion for receiving offerings from their disciples. The right name for this day is Vyasa Purnima. Vyasa was born on this full moon day. He completed the codification of the writing of the 18 Puranas, I think that's what they mean, Puranas on this day. Owing to the passage of time, Vyasa Purnima came to be called Guru Purnima. The true meaning of Guru is one who dispels the darkness of ignorance. Another meaning is of the word is one who is beyond attributes and forms, namely the Supreme Self, the Brahman. When the Self is within you, where is the need to search for someone to teach you? A teacher who teaches others has had a teacher himself. The one who has no guru above him is the true guru. The Sanskrit stanza, which hails the guru as Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, and as Parabrahman, is misinterpreted. The right approach is to consider Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara as the guru. These three are symbolized by the three gunas. Brahma is Rajas, Vishnu is Sattva, and Shiva is Tamas. The whole cosmos is constituted by the three gunas. The three gunas are present in man. The Trinity are present in the form of the three gunas in every human heart. Hence, you are your own guru. You need not seek him elsewhere. The so-called gurus of today seek to impart some mantra and receive fee offerings as Guru Dakshina on Guru Purnima day. The mantra is whispered in the ear and the palm is stretched for an offering. This is what is happening today. It is not the proper sign of a guru. You are a guru unto yourself. All potencies are within you. This is indicated by the Gayatri mantra. You have to feel at all times your inherent divinity, which is also present in everyone. When you help or feed someone, you must feel that the divine in you is feeding the divine in others. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, everyone. I was really excited because this is something that also brings in the importance of Gayatri mantra and the chanting that we have taken up as sadhana. So with that, if anyone wants to add something, this is a great time. I just have a few discourse questions, the questions that came to my mind, but we can definitely look at things in any look at any other questions that probably did not raise for me. So with that, what does it mean to be your own guru? In what ways can we awaken the inner guidance? I don't know if that is possible for everyone.
Sai Ram.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Uma. You can say. I'll like.
Okay, Sairam. What does it mean to be your own guru? I think Swami talked about guru within, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the inner guru is associated with the Atma. He is referring to last week also. We mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
Your inner guidance, the conscience, that is your guru. So Swami says guru within refers to the understanding that the true spiritual guidance and wisdom resides within us, with the inside. That is the one is guiding us. That is the Atma. That is the guru he calls. But we look outside, like last week also Manoj was saying, like the form, name and form, we are looking at gurus outside, but we don't need to do that. If we realize our Atma is our own guru guiding us, then we don't need to see it outside.
Yeah, please go ahead, Venkatesh. Yeah.
Sai Ram. Yeah, I think Atma Guru is that is what Swami is. I mean, that we all discussed and we all know, but the challenge is how to distinguish that voice from the voice of the mind that keeps saying, because it's not doesn't seem to be black and white in several cases. I think that for that, I think we have to go into deep silence and meditation, and only then we will be able to listen to the voice of the heart, I think. Otherwise, we may get deluded, or the message can get distorted by the mind based on whatever it. I mean, the moment we say mind, what do you say, the past experiences, the knowledge, everything comes into picture to distort that message and give it paint it with something that may appease and may not be the real guru's teaching of the Atma. So, I mean, many times it can be black and white. We can clearly distinguish. In that case, there is no confusion. But sometimes it can get distorted.
Sairam.
Yeah. Yes.
Sankaran here.
Yes.
So I feel that, usually when some guidance like that comes and it comes through rationalization, then we know that it is not really the conscience that speaks. So it has to come with absolutely no doubt that's the right way. And so I think if there is any kind of justification we do to say that that is the right thing, then it's probably not the right thing. So I think this will be a very clear thing, like Venkat said, and sometimes it may not show up, and that time we have to really go deeper and say, oh, okay, we have to find the right answer. But the way we recognize it is only through that non-rationalization behavior. Sign off.
Hello.
Yes. Please go ahead, Manoj.
Yes. So, what Baba has mentioned as Atma Guru, which Venkatji also mentioned in last class, I tried to I tried to explain it in the last class, but probably it was not very well described. I tried to explain this this Atma Gyan is we have to do the sadhan. We have to do the sadhan, all the sadhans. But at the end of the day, it is not sadhan sadhya. Sadhan sadhya and kripa sadhya are two words, Sanskrit words. Sadhan sadhya means the things which can be achieved by sadhana. The second phrase, part of the phrase is kripa sadhya. Kripa sadhya. I mentioned these two proverbs phrases last week. So that's what the is the indication of Baba
Grace,
also.
basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So kripa is, after doing all the learnings, all the teachings, after learning everything, still we need the kripa of Guru. Still we need the kripa. Then only you will get that Atma Bodh, and that will be your Atma Guru, which Venkatji was mentioning. At that stage, when you get connected to your Guru, with all the blessings only, that kripa will enter and you will get connected to your Guru, and that's when that Atma Guru will appear. Whatever your Atma will say, you'll get that voice from inside. In that case, that gray zone will not be there. It will be all direct message coming to you. That's called the Atma Guru, which will come only with the complete surrender to Guru and with complete blessings of the Guru. Everything else is sadhana. Keep doing the sadhana, but finally you will get the Atma Bodh only by the blessing. That's what is the key of it. When we get the blessing of the Guru, you will get awakening from inside. And at that stage, that would be the Atma Guru, which Venkatji mentioned last week. Thank you.
Okay, we can also talk about the three gunas Swami brought up here. How do we balance that in our daily lives? I know we talked about what those are, but we never. I don't recall writing anything about balancing them. I guess that's something I know they exist, and each one of us has those. But is it possible to balance it, first off?
Sairam, Bhavani, can you go back to that place where Swami talks
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
Sattva?
absolutely. Can you all see the screen, or can you only see the participant list that I'm...
No, we can see the screen.
Okay. This is where Swami has said, where is it? The right approach is to consider Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara as the Guru. These three symbolized by the three gunas. Brahma is Rajas, Vishnu is Sattva, Shiva is Tamas. The whole cosmos is constituted by the three gunas.
Yeah, I don't see the word balance there. That's what
No, I am asking. I know that there is no balance from what Swami is saying, but obviously we have to balance it to kind of, we can't have over, I don't know if that in our lives we are not total sattvic beings at this point, but at least we can balance in our daily life. I don't know if that is a possibility. That's my question. It's not. Swami says that the right approach is to consider those gunas themselves also as our guru. That's what he's saying.
Sairam.
Yes.
So my feeling is, when you talk about the three gunas, we need to use all the three at any time. Like, for example, when we are doing work, you really need the rajas. You need all the energy to perform the work. When we are sleeping, we need the tamas. At that time, we should not be thinking about work or this problem or that problem. Then you will not sleep. So, even thinking about something is really a rajas activity. So, I think what I can see is in daily balance, we need to be looking at each one. If it needs that particular guna, you have to focus on that guna. I think that's what I understand from this balancing.
Thank you, Shankaran.
Sairam, after Shankaran's comment, it looks like what the best way to handle or balance this is to be in the moment. Somehow we have designed our day in terms of work for 8 hours and then sleep for 8 hours and the other 8 hours. So maybe we can distinguish that way, and whatever, when we are doing the work, we do it with full focus. And when we are sleeping, as Shankaran said, not worry about work at that time and go to sleep. And that way, maybe that could be a way to balance the three gunas.
Right. This is
Saira, we talked about the gunas before, and we talked about what kind of gunas: rajas, tamas, sattva. Yes, we have all three. What is the proportion of that we have? That we have some control over it. The more we are exposed to a certain guna, the more we have it. Like the movies we watch, the people we hang around with, the websites we visit, the interest we have, everything has an impact on us. So we do have a choice in that matter, right? So we make a decision, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to behave, all that. So we are under the influences of the gunas, which we are pursuing more and more. So if we can consciously control that and reduce that, rajas and tamas, and focus on sattva, we can balance. It will take a lot of time, but it can be done, I think.
Okay.
Yes, if may I add something? We have discussed gunas in the past, and I think I had a discussion with Umaji earlier on the same topic. So our food, our living, our neighbors, our friends, our situations, our exposure, the daily for the whole day, how much time do we spend in sattva? That matters. That does matter. We have always reinforce this particular part. We have to train ourselves to use, to spend most of our time and effort, and not only from outside, from inside, with more of sattva. Like what they say is to eliminate tamoguna with rajo, and then eliminate rajo also with sattva. And moving beyond is because these three gunas are the gunas of avidya or maya, we can call. Our Baba's teachings are Vedantic teachings. Vedanta says that you are not this body, you are not this Maya, you are not avidya, you are Brahman. So we have to finally move to that level to understand that these gunas are not mine. These gunas are of this body. These gunas are of mind. So we have to move to that level from tamoguna to rajo to sattva, and then move beyond these three gunas. That is the Vedantic teaching. Thank you.
So, so, so balancing them out, basically, it makes great sense as per the activity that we are involved in engaged in, and that would help us to stay in the moment if we actually want to, I guess, not distract ourselves with what will be or what should have been. So, with all of that, I think we can at least be aware and bring our focus back to the moment in itself. And I know that there are a lot of practices that we had talked about in the past to um, be able to stay in the moment, breath being one of them, and many other um, practices for focusing. Yes.
Okay, can I share something, Bhavani? That there are, see, when we talk about Rajo, Tamas, and Sattva, there are like 3 levels of spiritual practices. That is one. Suppose we have the problem is the impure mind. Okay. So, what is the solution for the pure mind, right? So, to the impure mind we have because of our past vasanas, desires, conditions, whatever. So, for that, the best practice is the karma yoga. So, unselfish acts, helping others, that purifies the mind. These are the practices for the how to balance the 3 gunas, and these are the practices. Okay, the second one is restless mind, that is the vikshepa. That is, the solution is focused, concentrated mind. How do we develop that? For that we have meditation and raja yoga or bhakti yoga, devotion. That really, you focus your mind on that meditation or devotion. And then the third one is the jnana yoga, that is ignorance. The ignorance in our mind, that is the main problem, avidya. And for ignorance, the solution is to get the knowledge. How do we get the knowledge? That is where the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Swami also talks about it in the Guru Purnima thing. So we practice all this, and this will remove the delusion that I'm the body mind. That will lead to I am Atma, the Guru within. See, these are the practices. We have all these tools with us. It's only up to us how often or how much we want to focus and practice all this.
So, okay. So where do you start? So each one starts at a different level. That's
You
what
can start anywhere. You can start where there is no, step 1, step 2. You can practice all this. You can do karma yoga, raja yoga, and bhakti yoga, jnana, everything. But usually, jnana yoga comes at the end. These bhakti yoga and raja yoga, like helping others, unselfish acts, and the devotion, they will all help to gain the knowledge. Jnana yoga, they will aid. But ultimately, Jnana Yoga is the one that makes you realize you are the Atman.
That is the goal. Yeah. Thank you, Ma. Yeah, that is a
As you
really
mentioned, that's what that as Bhavaniji was asking, how should we start? So all these are the recommended ways. Spend most of your time, whatever whatever of these three pleases you, whatever is of your interest, like selfless service is
Mhm.
one aspect of, like she mentioned, karma yoga. Jap and dhyan, jap and dhyan are considered very helpful. If you have that tendency of sitting down and doing the japa or doing the meditation, if you're more of the karma yoga, see, everyone has different nature. So some people have more of a karma yoga in their sanskaras. They would like to do something. So for doing, do the service act. All the acts should be focused around some kind of service. And people who can sit and meditate and do the dhyana yoga, for them that would be the beginning. So these are the various ways to purify your antakaran, basically, to get rid of the mal and vikshepa. And reading the good scriptures, then nididhyasana, shravanam, nididhyasana, repeatedly training your and taming your mind. That is the starting phase to make your antakaran clean and transparent. Then when it gets completely clean, that Atma Guru will appear from inside. Thank you.
So thank you. Yeah. So how can basically that's a great leeway to just think about how can we make our daily interactions more sacred and intentional, right? This is also part of mindfulness. How can we do that? Because Swami has said just in this discourse that we discussed, right? Divine in you, feeding the divine in others. Um, so how how can we be more conscious of our interactions as well? What practice helps you, if there is one, and you were willing to share,
Sai
that would be
Ram.
great. Yes.
So now let's talk about just karma as a yoga,
Mm-hmm.
and that need not be particular, just to say go and do some service in a shelter or nothing, anything that we do,
Mm-hmm.
even for the things that we get paid, it's a job. But if you look at it that, I want to do the best that can be done for that job and not thinking about promotion and, whether boss is going to like it or, if we don't do that and you say, I want to offer the best so that, the outcome is the best for the others, whoever you're serving. And uh, I think that itself is a karma yoga. So when you're thinking outside of you, that becomes a karma yoga. So uh, we don't have to be looking only at service at a shelter or something like that. So that's one place we can certainly start.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does anyone else have anything to add before we go on to the Gayatri Mantra?
Yeah, you skipped the second
Yes,
question.
I did it because we did discuss that briefly last time, and so it is, what role do external teachers or spiritual guides play in helping us discover our inner divinity? We kind of touched upon it. So
Yeah, I came across one of Swami's talks back in August, um, that he says actually there are 8 gurus, okay, and he explains each one's role. So we
Sure.
don't have time. I can send that to you for the next class, or I can briefly
Yeah, please
mention
go.
them here. Hmm?
That's fine. Yeah, please go ahead. We have time.
Yeah, so Swami says there are 8 types of gurus.
Yeah.
Bodha Guru,
Mm-hmm.
and Bodha Guru is the one who teaches the scriptures, so, and encourages to act, with the scriptural whatever teachings in it, okay. And Veda Guru, obviously Veda Guru, he imparts inner knowledge, meaning of the Vedas to the students, so they can carry on in the spiritual path and turn his mind towards God. And the third one is the Nishita Guru. He says the Nishita Guru, he imparts knowledge about rights and duties and shows how one's welfare here and in the afterworld. In Vedic times, that's what they were doing, all the yajnas to benefit here and
in the
after
after.
going to heavens, So that was the main thing. And the Kamya Guru, he makes one engage in the this kind of karma yoga, right? A meritorious deed to secure happiness in both the worlds, here and afterwards. And the Vachaka Guru, he says, imparts knowledge of yoga and prepares the disciple for spiritual life. And the Suchaka Guru, this is number 6, teaches how the senses are to be controlled through various types of discipline. And the Karana Guru reveals the unity of the Jivatma and the Paramatma. And Vihita Guru clears all doubts, purifies the mind, and shows how self-realization can be attained. Of all these 8 gurus, and the Karana Guru is the most important, he says, because he helps the individual to progress from human to divine. Okay. So I didn't know there are 8 gurus. Okay. So I thought it is very interesting.
So Venkatji had brought it up in some.
He said 4 gurus last week. He remembered 2 of them or 1 of them. So I thought 4 is a lot, but 8 was really too much. But anyway, there are so many gurus to show different paths,
Yeah,
so
almost like different subjects that we have, right? Math,
Yeah.
science, math and science, and all of the other subjects like history and geography. So
yeah,
I mean, all of them lead to the same thing,
right.
increasing.
But Swami says only the divine guru, that that Karana Guru, he acts as such a teacher. All other gurus can be helpful only to some extent. But the Karana Guru is the one who is showing you the Jivatma, none other than the Paramatma. Both are one.
I want to add something here, since Umaji has very beautifully explained the 8 kinds of guru. The last one, which thank you, Umaji, thanks. The last one, which she mentioned, is the Karan Guru. Just to elaborate on the definition a little bit, Karan, why is it called Karan Guru? Karan is because of the Karan Sharir. I'm just trying to correlate with the Vedanta, because they will eliminate the Karan. Karan means, I hope everyone understands the meaning of Karan, means the cause. The cause. Karan means cause. So what is the cause of this life and birth? That Guru is going to give you the Atma Gyan, which will remove the cause of this life and birth. That's why they are called Karan Guru. So that's one part of it. Second part which I want to mention is, in spite of this elaboration of 8 kinds of Guru, it depends on what level you or we are. And what is your curiosity to get the moksha, to get the knowledge, ultimate knowledge? Your curiosity will help you pick up knowledge from everything. Everything can be your guru. Everything in this universe can be guru. Dattatreya made 24 gurus. Wherever you can get the information, wherever you can get the knowledge from, any learning, any teaching you can get from. So he made 24 gurus. So it's a matter of getting knowledge from anywhere. Not that I am this guru's disciple or this guru's disciple. So it's a matter of your curiosity to get the knowledge, to get that ultimate knowledge. And that will help you get knowledge from wherever you want, So anything can be your guru in that case. I mean, literally. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So the last one, and I was very excited about this, only because we do have our Gayatri chanting sadhana. So I would like to end the session a little early today, because we do need to jump to the Zoom session, to the to our sadhana retreat sadhana Zoom session. But for everyone to think about, how does the Gayatri mantra remind us of our inherent divinity? And what has been your experience? Of course, I do have an entire questionnaire that has been prepared, and this is something that I am looking for information as well for us to present at the center. But more than that, I mean, if you actually go deep, have you found any changes within you? Is there anything that has changed for you with the chanting of such a potent mantra as Gayatri? And how is it impacting your life right now. It may not be big, doesn't have to be really huge. No vibhuti has to pour from anywhere, but definitely something. You may enjoy something. Maybe you have not even noticed it, but something has crept into your mind and into your heart during this time that has made a change, made an impact which you didn't realize, or you didn't, kind of, um, I guess, put it towards your chanting of Gayatri. So this is just something that I want everyone to be able to think about, because we are, I think we are more than 50 days up, and almost reaching 60 days, I think, or maybe we are past 60 days, but 60 days of Gayatri chanting is a long time. Every day, I mean, all of us, most of us have been there every day, and if not, at least 40 to 60% of the time you've been there, 50% easily. So so how has that impacted your being, your life today? So with that, I think today I would like to end.
Yeah.
I have a minute or two. Yes, please go ahead.
Sabita Garu posted in the chat, and she says that in Gayatri sessions, morning sometimes, she feels that she's also chanting in the morning, and she feels that it helps her calming down.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bhavani, can we take this as a homework and discuss
Yes,
next week?
that's what my point was.
We need to go
It
now.
was, yes, we need to kind of end the session with Om and Sri Shanti. Thank you all for joining today, because we do need to jump the Zoom session.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Om Shant Shant Shanti. Sai Ram, everyone.
Right.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.